The Celtics-Cavs game might just be one of the craziest games that I ever watched with my own two eyes, because with 5 minutes left, Celtics fans were seen exiting the arena. Yeah, that's right. The team that's supposed to easily win the championship, the super team this year, lost by over 20 points to the Cleveland Cavaliers in the playoffs. Oh my god, guys, this is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I can't even put it into words. The Celtics got smoked. 94 to 118 was the final score, and Jason Tatum played 38 minutes in this game. It's not like the stars were injured. Jaylen Brown played 31, Drew Holiday 35, Derek White played 30. I mean, the only person who was out was Kristaps Porzingis, and they still lost by 24. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down everything that happened in this game, why it probably won't happen again, but why the Celtics are potentially fraudulent. First things first, let's go over the stat sheet, because honestly, no one on the Cavs side of things played particularly well. Donovan Mitchell had 29, 8, and 7, which is just a normal night for him. Evan Mobley dropped 21 and 10, Caris LeVert dropped 21, Darius Garland had a below average night if anything, and Max Strus, Isaac Okoro, and the rest of the players on the team combined for 30 points. So it was just an all-around team effort to beat this super team. They also shot 54.7% from the field, which definitely beat the Celtics 41.3%, which was probably their biggest mistake of the entire game, not being able to shoot to save their lives. Additionally, the Cavs' three-point percentage was 46%, but they didn't even attempt that much. They attempted 28 threes and made 13 of them, which is a good amount, but it's nothing crazy. The Cavs also shot way less free throws than the Celtics, 8 less, and they made 9 less. Their free throw percentage was 68 compared to the Celtics' 83. So it seems like, yes, it seems like the Cavs should have won just based on those stats, but honestly, the Celtics might have been able to pull away even with a really rough night of shooting. But this is where the Cavs really beat the Celtics, because the total rebounds in this game is just crazy. 44 to 31 in the Cavs' favor, which basically means that the Celtics just didn't grab any defensive rebounds. The Cavs got 7 more offensive boards than them, which is crazy. That's 7 more opportunities to score. They had 16 more points in the paint and 5 more fouls, which just really shows that the Cavs are playing physical basketball, and the Celtics can't really deal with that. I mean, Tatum dropping 25, 7, and 6 is basically just something that you see on a nightly basis. He's literally averaging 27, 8, and 5 in this season, so I mean, it kind of makes sense. Jaylen Brown did put up a bit of a stinker with only 19 points, but honestly, it wasn't even that bad except for the 0 for 6 shooting from 3. You had Derek White, who's been playing absolutely phenomenally this playoff run, only dropped 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists, which doesn't initially sound too bad, but he shot 3 of 11 from the field and 1 of 8 from 3, which is atrocious to say the least. In fact, Luke Cornett outscored him. Yeah, that's right. Luke Cornett had 11 points tonight, which is not bad at all. The end of the game was really just depressing because you knew that the Celtics had already lost. I mean, with basically 10 minutes left in the fourth, it was a 20-point game. And obviously, especially in today's NBA, we can see those comebacks happen pretty quickly, but you knew it just wasn't going to happen. The Celtics weren't in their groove the entire game, and that means that they've officially given up home court advantage. The Cavs just won a game on the road, which means that if they win out at home now, they will have a better record than them, and they'll win the series. Honestly, it was just a great game all around, and the Cavs kind of dominated, and that's a big part due to Donovan Mitchell, because in his last 4 games, he's dropped 29, 7, and 8 on 67% shooting, which is tonight, on the road, as a plus 13.5 underdog, which means that Sportsbook had them favored to lose by 13.5 points, which is kind of nuts. The game before that, he dropped 33, 6, and 5. Before that, 39, 9, and 5 on 57% shooting to close out the Magic at their own home court. Pretty crazy, and it was one of the largest Game 7 comebacks of all time. And finally, the fourth game that he had this playoff run was something special. It's something that's going to be remembered for the ages because we only see a few of these every single year. He dropped 54 and 4, as you all know, on 65% shooting percentage, and he outscored the rest of the Cavs' entire team. He's absolutely dominant. He is such a great player, and honestly, the playoff choker narrative around him has been debunked time and time again. I mean, he just steps up such big time, and Donovan Mitchell is such a game changer. The Cavs are plus 41 with him on the court and minus 37 with him off the court. He's backpacking the entire team, and honestly, he's just one of the greatest talents from a point guard that we've seen in a decently long time. At this point, Anthony Edwards might be the only player better than him in this playoff run. But you know what was really missed tonight? Kristaps Porzingis. Because even though I have been blaming the Celtics for a lot of these struggles, you can't blame injury luck. Because Porzingis has been rehabbing through a calf injury, and he might not play in Game 3, 4, and 5 either. He hasn't played in the last 3 games, and honestly, Boston really felt the impact of him being gone today. Because as the Cavs scored 60 in the paint, they were just perfect on offense. They barely miss, and the Cavs just understood that if they're going up against players like Luke Cornett, who contests shot from 20 feet away, and Al Horford, who is on just about his last leg, they're going to be able to win the game. They started the game with Horford as their number 5, but he was their only rim protector in the entire unit, is what Karis LeVert himself said. Guys, the Cavs know that they can exploit these matchups, and I won't be surprised if they take another game due to the sheer smartness of this team. To sum it up, the Cavs-Celtics series might be a lot more interesting than what we initially thought, because we initially thought that this might just be a sweep. But the Porzingis injury, along with just the red hotness of the Cavaliers, might put the Celtics' future in jeopardy. And if they win this round, do I trust them to beat the Knicks or the Pacers? And in the finals, do I trust them to beat the Timberwolves or the Thunder, the Dallas Mavericks? I don't really know. I really don't know, and it's almost worrying for Celtics fans. Celtics fans, tell me what you guys think in the comments.